Hello, hello. Happy Friday. Well, maybe you're watching this on our Friday for Freedom Fridays. Maybe you're watching the replay. And if you are watching the replay, make sure you type in hashtag replay so I know your eyeballs were on this message because I'm here on these Fridays. I call them Freedom Fridays with Dana Lee because my intention here is to provide lots of freedom in your life, freedom around food, how food can be so suffocating because it's something you're trying to control, but often feel like it's controlling you. So these topics and what I talk about with you guys come from you, but also come from things of just waves of inspiration that I feel like, wow, this is relevant and I really want to talk about this. So if you're here with me live, say hello. I'm going to pull myself up on my phone so that way I can read the comments, because in my software, I can't always see who's commenting. So if I pull it up, at least on Facebook, and I'm sorry, my YouTubers, I need another device to be able to look at YouTube and Facebook separately. Anyhow, so great to see you guys here today. For those new to my community, welcome. I'm Dana Lee. I'm a diet recovery coach, and I help women heal from decades of dieting damage. When they're getting to that point in their life where they're really ready to put themselves first, that is like, I'm your girl. When you get to that point of like understanding how much you have sacrificed and you put everyone else's happiness before your own. And some of the collateral damage from that has been food destruction. That would be a perfect time for you to dive in and really put your foot down, to put yourself first and understand, okay, what's going on here and how can I heal? So I'm your girl. All right. So we're going to talk today about why is it so freaking hard for you to lose weight, but your husband, boyfriend, brother, some of the men in your life drop weight like this. I know that can be infuriating. I know I have talked to women about this and it enrages them. They're very angry about that. Not that they don't want their significant other or whoever to be healthy. By all means, you do. It's just an envious jealousy. Why can't I do that? So we're going to talk about that today. And before I do that, I want to share something really exciting. Last year and in January, I held a virtual Roadmap to Food Freedom event. And it was so powerful. And so every single time I held the event, it was just so much fun and it got better and better. However, there were a lot of women who felt that they couldn't, because they were pulled in a million directions with work and their family and the topic of putting yourself last, right? It was hard for them to get through all 5 of my training videos in that series. So what I decided to do, and now that a lot of COVID restrictions are lifting and we're able to do more things in person, I have a beautiful studio. It's a fitness studio, but the space is amazing. And I decided to host an in-person Roadmap event. I have 3 dates that I set up on Sundays. So it'll be Sunday, March 20th, Sunday, April 10th, and Sunday, May 15th. This is limited to 8 women. I want it to be a small, intimate group, and it is from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Now, I'm located in Butler, New Jersey. So maybe you're local and you can drive and you can attend the event, just driving to and from. Awesome. If you are not local, I want you to know that there is a hotel within like 5 minutes of my studio. So if it is something that you want to travel to and you've been following me for a while perhaps, and you really want this in-person Dana Lee experience, going through food freedom, your roadmap to food freedom, then by all means, let's talk. You can send an email to info@realfit.tv. I will get that. My assistant will get that. And then we can coordinate if you are in the mood to travel, you want to get out a little bit, and you want to actually meet me in real life and work on this stuff together. It's going to be so powerful. Very excited about it. So what I'm going to do before I get into our topic, I just want to post the link for the page for you to reserve your spot. So if this is calling to you, then I definitely want you to scoop up your spot now because it's limited. Like I said, 8 people per session. And when it books up, it books up. that's that. And then I only have March, April, and May because I like to take my summers off. So I don't plan on holding any workshops over the summer. Maybe again in the fall, but we'll see. Okay, so that's that. You can go to that page for more information. I'm really, really excited about it. Okay, so let's talk about why it's so much easier for most men in your life to lose weight, and it's not metabolism. So what do you think? I want to hear from you. Who's with me live? I got a couple viewers. It's, I guess, a slow day today. You guys are off. I don't know. It's a little bit more spring-like here in Jersey today. Like just snowed the other day. But I'd love to know, even on the replay, give me some ideas. Why do you think it's a lot easier for men to just drop the weight once they decide? I'd really love to know. Hormones? So some of it, yeah. So in a way, hormones, but not to the extent maybe that you may think, right? Typically we go right to the physical, right? We go right to the physical stuff, metabolism, hormones, right? So here's the thing. Men, and I'm not saying that men are unscathed from this, but men are not impacted by diet culture and all of the damage from that and generational messages the way that women are. So what ends up happening is, because I was talking to my brother about this fairly recently, he decided like a few months back, maybe this was really towards the summer, fall-ish, so maybe like 6 months ago. And he just was like bending down and tie his shoelaces. And he's like, oh my God, I can't, like, this just feels uncomfortable at this point. Well, guess what? He just decided this isn't acceptable anymore. And I'm just going to start cleaning up my diet and changing things. And I'm going to exercise. He ended up getting a rower. We talked a little bit about like some exercise that he likes doing. He used to lift weights back in the day, but here's the thing. There was no drama or emotional baggage about his self-esteem or any of that. None of that played into it at all. So when we were talking, it was like we grew up in the same household. He's 6 years older than me. My sister is 3 years younger than me. Us two girls had a different experience with our bodies and weight and what that meant than he had. It just didn't. He had no issues with self-esteem. Meanwhile, we very much did, Amanda and I. So it was interesting that I'm like, so I've actually been meaning to do this. I've been meaning to talk about this with you guys for a long time. It's just been brewing and I just wait for the right moment. And now I just feel like called to talk about it because it's not just the physical stuff. We always want to go to the physical when it comes to weight loss and dieting. And this is one of the things about my industry that enrages me. It's not just physical. We have mental and emotional well-being as well. And they all play a part. And what threads everything through is your spirituality. So if we're only looking at the physical, yeah, then it seems like whatever, you're doing X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to follow this way. How I want to eat and and it's just going to be, just come off. We have mental baggage and emotional baggage. And a lot of men don't have that when it comes to weight loss and our bodies and being self-conscious. They just don't have it. They're like, oh, I don't feel good. I'm getting a belly. I don't like it. It doesn't feel good. I can't belt my pants. I'm have to. So they just don't make it a big thing. And they just say, you know what? I'm going to stop drinking beer. And they just stop. They just stop. What do? We're like, oh, I don't feel good. I got to drop some weight. But for us, what runs through our minds? I'm not of any value unless I'm thin. I'm a loser because every time I try to lose weight, I can't maintain it and I just gain it back. So I don't even know why I bother. There's all of these things that run through our minds. So when we're like, I don't really feel well, I'm going to cut out the wine. How long does that last? Maybe a week. And then you're like, fuck it. I deserve to have the wine. where a lot of men, and I'm not saying all men, because men also have body image issues. I'm not saying that they don't, but what I'm saying is the men in your life that you have observed, oh, it's just easy for them because they make the decision, they follow through, and there's way less emotional baggage that comes with that decision. They're not making it mean anything about them as a character or a person. It's like, no, I'm not comfortable in this physical body. My joints hurt. I want to be a little more agile. So they just know I'm just going to do this, this, and this in my eating habits and my exercise and movement. And they just do it. They're not making it a big deal. So this is why I have my Roadmap to Food Freedom event, because I want you to get your emotional power back and really understand the generational baggage of our grandmothers, our mothers, our aunts, even men in that equation. It's the society standards that we're like kind of forced into these molds and these ways that are acceptable or unacceptable. Right. So this is why I have an event like the Roadmap to Food Freedom, because you may come into it like completely obsessed about food, emotional eating, binge eating. Like I share how I have my peanut butter cups in the cabinet all the time. They're in there all the time, and I don't have an emotional takeover. It's not like they're taking up real estate in my mind. They're in there, and I can have them when I want to have them, and I don't have them when I don't have them because I've done the work to break the chains of that diet culture damage. And I've decided I'm taking my power back and I'm creating a new story for myself and my body. And the other thing is, your body hears everything your mind says. So when you're making a decision of like, I just want to feel my best in my body, and you decide I'm going to quit drinking beer, like this maybe, this is a step in the right direction, or maybe I'm going to start moving my body every morning. I'll get out for a walk. I'll get on my bike, whatever it is. And you just do it, because for most men, it is not really, they're like, I'm just going to do this and I just want to feel better. And then women are like, well, I'll do this and I want to feel better, but then I can't keep up with it. We go into this whole other story. I'm not worthy of losing weight or keeping it off. I don't want to really lose weight because then other people are going to notice me. There's a lot of stories behind. And that, my friends, is the real reason. So, all right. So are you still with me? I still see I have a few live viewers. Any questions that come up? I'd really love to hear from you. Or if any of this is like making sense, any of it resonating. Unless, of course, you're driving. Please don't comment if you're driving. You're listening to me on the road. So to me, this was one of those things, like, and I will share, and I share this even in the Roadmap to Food Freedom, or when I start working with a client, or we start to unpack this. The thing is, diet culture is so thick, we're swimming in it. We don't know, like it's water around us. It's like, this is normal. What are you talking about, Dana? Like, this is the way it is. And then once you are open enough to question it, be willing to be curious. Isn't that interesting? I think that about myself. Isn't that interesting? Right? Yeah. Julie says totally makes sense. Thank you, Julie, for adding that. I appreciate that. Oh, you're a YouTuber and I saw your comment. Fabulous. Okay, good. The software is working. Yeah. Men are from Mars. So the thing I also want to add before I tie up our talk today is that and I have a whole module in my mindset course in my mentorship with my ladies I work with. We have a whole module on judgment. And one of the things I teach is this thing about condemning others, or like, so if you see someone in your life that you're like, oh my God, it's so easy for him, so easy for her. But there's a secret part of you that wants it to be easy as well. If we continue to condemn other people and say, you suck, this is not fair, we shut ourselves off from the possibility of it being easy for us too. Okay? I really, really want you to get that. Like that could be a writer downer, you guys. So when you see your husband, brother, uncle, boyfriend, whoever, a female, it doesn't matter, male, female, it doesn't really matter, whoever, that it seems that when they make the commitment, they have this easy follow through. Instead of being like jealous and envious, understand that's how you feel. Say, isn't that interesting? I'm feeling really angry and jealous and resentful of that and how hard it is for me. Isn't that interesting? Then turn it around and say, I bless that person, and that is amazing how easy it is for them. It gives you your power back because it allows you, if it was easy for somebody else, maybe it can be easy for me. Maybe I can release and let go. Perhaps it's not as hard anymore. One of my mantras that has really changed my life the last couple of years is, and if you don't have my list of my powerful mindset mantras for emotional eating, go to realfit.tv. It's right on my homepage. You can download the list, 25 of my most powerful mantras. But one of my absolute favorites is actually a question. It is, how fun and easy can I allow this to be? Not, oh my God, this is so hard. This sucks. It's always so hard for me. Oh, my hormones. Oh, I'm menopause. You can do that. You can continue to do that if you'd like. That will keep you stuck in the same reality over and over, because that is an affirmation. I'm affirming it sucks. I'm affirming it to be true. This is hard. See, this is so hard. Change your language. So download those 25 mantras and put it on your fridge and read it over and over. So I call them mantras. Yes, affirmations. It's another way to look at it. But a mantra, well, the reason I'm calling them mantras is that it's meant to be repeated again and again. So a mantra over and over and over, because it takes us that to rewire our brain and our thinking, to redirect the thinking. And I posed the mantras in a way. Sometimes affirmations you can read and you're like, oh my God, like I can't even, there's something about it that's a resistance of like, I want that to be true, but I don't feel it at all. Like it doesn't feel true. So then it's hard to buy into it. So in my list, it's a more welcoming way for the possibility. So less resistance against the ideas of what you really want in your life, but at the current reality that you're in, feeling like it's impossible. All right. So if you don't have that list, download it. It's free. It's my gift to you to help. My body hears everything my mind says. So how do you reprogram your mind and your thinking? Well, we need to feed it some healthier thoughts, right? So that way we can be similar to like the men in our lives. It's just not even a thing. It's like, oh, I just want to be healthy. I just don't feel this doesn't feel good anymore. And I want to change it. I'm going to do this, this, and this. And I follow through and I just do it. What if it could be that easy for you? What if? So if it is not that easy for you, understanding like, yeah, I'm trying, Dana, but I'm still stuck and I'm still stuck and I'm still stuck. That's what I'm here for. I'm like the messenger to help women heal from this diet culture. Like, this is what I'm here to do. This is my life's calling and my work. And I would absolutely love to partner with you as your mentor to help you through that. So my first step is, download the 25 mantras. The second thing, please check out that Roadmap to Food Freedom event. I have 3 of them coming up. I would absolutely love to work with you. It's a whole day block, uninterrupted. I have a coloring book for you. So every participant gets to color as they listen. We're going to go through 5 steps to get you from food obsessed, like really food focused. By the end of the event, you're going to be freedom focused. That is my promise to you. You come in very food focused, emotional eating, binge eating, the snacking, the nighttime snacking, the mindless eating, yo-yo dieting, gaining weight, losing weight. And by the end of the event, freedom focused and having a plan. So I literally roadmap. I'm going to help you roadmap it out. You're going to come out with a plan. So So if you have any questions on that, please let me know. Okay. I'd really, really love to see you. And the other thing I want to add is that we are including lunch, which is delightful when it's a food freedom event, right? Can we have lunch together? I'll take some, obviously when people register, I want to make sure, if you have any allergies or anything very uncomfortable with food, this is the place for us to talk about it. And we're healing our relationship with food, making food weird, what's happening. There's a lot of food rules. So we get to actually have lunch together and enjoy like the process of like reforming a relationship with food, like in real time together. It's going to be a really beautiful, amazing thing. So I hope to see you there. All right. I look forward to reading your comments or any other questions that come up for you. And any other insights you have to share on this topic. Love, love, love to hear from you. And you guys help each other. This is an amazing community. And my YouTubers, if you are on Facebook, you are welcome to join my Life Beyond Dieting with Dana Lee. That is a private Facebook group. If you're not a Facebooker, I totally understand. But what I do like about Facebook in the group is that it is a private conversation. So where YouTube, you comment and everything's like out there on the interwebs. And this can be a very sensitive topic for women. So I like that there's a private group that we can talk about this stuff together and feel safe and feel like I can share what I need to share so I can learn and ask Dana questions and things like that. So I just wanted to open that invitation for my YouTubers. All right. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you so, so much. Love you, love you, love you. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one and in the Roadmap to Food Freedom in person. Mwah.